Hello guys, this is the Wolf here, and today we're going to be doing a Phantom Knights deck profile. Phantom Knights are mostly known for their Exe summon and their effects in Grave, which allows them to banish themselves in order to activate certain effects. Let's get on with the deck profile. First things first, one copy of Danger Jackalope. You can reveal this card from your hand. Your opponent discards one card, and if they don't discard this one, you can special summon it. If they do discard this one, you can special summon one danger monster from deck to field. Danger Mothman. Same for the special summon effects. But for whenever it's discarded, you can make both players draw a card and both players discard one card. Danger Nessie allows you to add one danger card from deck to hand, and Danger Thunderbird destroys one set card on the field whenever it's discarded. Anyways, that's all for the danger package. Next, we have Makira the Destructor. Just allows us to activate one trap card from hand the turn it's sent from Monster Zone to the graveyard. Marauding Captain, just for generic extender plays. Mystery Shell Dragon, there's a reason why I play him. Evening Twilight Night for the filler. Then we have two Psychic Trackers, just for extenders. If you control a level 3 monster other than Psychic Tracker, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. And you can only special summon him once by that effect. Those are just generics, and off to the Phantom Knight package. So for the Phantom Knight package, we run 3 copies of Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. Let me grab this one. It has this one effect where if this card is in attack position, you can target one dark monster on the field, change its card to defense position, and if you do, that monster gains 800 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's turn. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Phantom Knights card from deck to your hand, except for the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. You can only use each of the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak's effect once per turn. It mostly would be used to be sent to the grave in order to activate its search engine. 2 copies of Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. Now this, whenever it's used for an Exe summon, the card gains 1000 attack. And you can send one Phantom Knights card from deck to grave. Silent Boots allows you to special summon it from your hand if you control another Phantom Knights card, Phantom Knights monster. And you can also banish this card to add one Phantom Knights spell or trap card from deck to your hand. And no, I do not run the Phantom Knights rank up magic because I don't really have a lot of targets for that at the moment. Next up, we have 2 copies of the Phantom Knights of Stained Greaves. If, let's say, Silent Boots was special summoned, you can special summon this onto the field, and it allows you to go into either Rusty Bardish, Wee Witch, Virtual World Dragon, Long, or Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Most likely go for Phantom Knights of Breaksword or Rusty Bardish. Rusty Bardish being the more superior, I'm guessing. Yeah. Then next we have one Twin Sword Marauder. His effect doesn't really matter. I mostly added him in because he's a generic level 4. He's a warrior that can be searched by Rhoda. And let's get on to the spells. So coming in for the spells, we have 1 copy of Allure of Darkness. It's mostly used just to banish... what is it? Where is it? It's mostly used to banish Mystery Shell Dragon since he's a level 4 Dark. And that's mostly kind of the use for it, just to draw 2 cards from it. Other than that, I'm only keeping it at 1 copy for now, unless if I feel like I need to bump it up to 2 or 3. Dark Ruler no more, just to get rid of negations on the field. Dark World Dealings, just to deal with brick hands sometimes. One copy of Downbeat. So let's say you have a Twin Sword Marauder and you need another level 3. You have a level 3 on the field, but let's say he was on here. You can target this by Downbeat, and you can special summon a monster from deck to the field that has one level lower than it. Twin Sword Marauder is a level 4, so you'll be able to special summon in level 3. Therefore, you can go into some XC's play. Then we have one copy of Foolish Burial just to set up the graveyard, one copy of Harpy's Feather Duster just to destroy some spells and traps, one copy of Rigeki just to destroy your opponent's board, one copy of Rhoda to search for a warrior monster, one copy of Twin Twisters just to destroy some back row, and one copy of XYZ's Import. Now I'm thinking about adding another copy of XYZ's Import, but I don't have that at the moment. Anywho, let's get on with the traps. So coming in with the traps, we have Battle Guard Howling. When a warrior type monster you control is targeted for an attack or by an opponent's monster effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of the face-up monster you targeted with this card. And then you can just return it back to hand. So let's say... how do I say this? Your monster gets targeted by a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon's effect, and then he tries to negate this one's effects, so you can activate Gamma, which we don't really run Gamma, sadly, and it'll allow the effect to go through, and yeah.
Can you charge this case?
No, not at the moment. I'm sorry.
Where's your charger?
Not with me right now. Then we have one copy of Phantom Knight's Fogblade, just to negate effects. And make sure the monster doesn't attack anymore. Sorry for that sigh. My sister just came in the room. Bothered me for a second. Two copies of Phantom Knight's Sword just to give an extra attack boost and keep it from being distracted. 2 copies of Phantom Knight's Wing, attack boost and protection from destruction. 1 Raider's Unbreakable Mind, which can be treated as a Phantom Knight or Raider Raptors card, and its effect is if you actually see someone using a Dark XZ's monster as material, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it, and if this face-up card on the field is a spell in the spell and trap zone is destroyed by a card effect, you can set 1 rank-up magic spell directly from deck to the grave. This is basically just a prototype for now, but whenever I get the cards that I need, I will be playing that way more often. Anyways, 1 copy of Phantom Knight's Mist Claws, mostly to get a combo piece from the Banish Zone back to your hands, and 2 copies of Shade Brigade just for a free special summon. Sorry for that mess up on words. Anywho, that's all for the main deck. Let's go on to the extra deck. So coming on to the extra deck, we have all the Nightmare package, Nightmare Cyprius for the special summon monsters, Nightmare Phoenix for spells and traps, Nightmare Unicorn just to return 1 card from the field back into the deck. These are all the generic Nightmare monsters that I run. Then we have 1 copy of Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish. He's a pretty good combo, starter, extender. You get it. You pretty much get the gist of it. 1 copy of We Witch's Apprentice, just to boost up monsters' attack by 500, since a lot of these are all dark monsters. Now for the XZ's part, 1 copy of Abyss Dweller, in case if I go against another thing of Phantom Knights. 1 copy of Castell, just to get rid of a problematic card that's face up on the field. 1 Dante, just to mill cards and see what kind of combo pieces would be milled. 1 Dark Rebellion XZ's Dragon. 1 Leviard to bring back banished monsters. 1 Break Sword for destruction and special summons. 1 Virtual World Dragon Long Long, because its effect is when your opponent activates the effect of a monster with an attribute that is not on the field with a control face-up monster, you can detach 2 materials from this card and negate the activation. So let's say that they had, let's say they had Fentonite, a break sword, for example, and then you try to activate Lure of Darkness or Foolish Burial, and they were to Ash Blossom it. If this was on the card with 2 Xyz material, you can just take it off and you'd be able to extend. They won't be able to do anything about it since that card would be in the graveyard after that. And now we're moving on to the side deck. Coming up in the side deck, we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom. I just really think that this is a pretty good staple, especially in this metagame. 2 copies of DD Crow, just